I like to wear the coziest fragrances I can find for bed. I enjoy wearing fragrances to bed, but I also want to make sure I won't be wearing the most expensive fragrances because those I save for wearing during the day. It is, after all, going to bed with a scent, so inexpensive budget fragrances are perfect. And if they're cozy, even better. I've got 13 cozy bed scents that won't break the bank today for you in this video. If you want to find out what they are, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. Yesterday I'm talking about cozy bed scents that won't break the bank. Let me know if you have a collection of fragrances that you wear to bed. If you like to wear the fragrances to bed, or maybe you're not even a fan of wearing fragrances to bed, do let me know if you do wear fragrances to bed or not. But I've got 13 awesome fragrances that are all cozy, comforting for me. And the reason I wear these kind of fragrances to bed, I want them to relax me and soothe me into deep sleep. So these will do that for me. Let's get started with the first fragrance, going to the house of 4711. In their ACQUA COLONIA collection of fragrances. This is ACQUA COLONIA Intense Sunny Seaside of Zanzibar, currently 170 ml for $31. So this is also on the Eau de Cologne Intense collection of fragrances. So they're not really heavy, and maybe you don't like heavy scents during the nighttime when you're sleeping. So this might be perfect for you. It's a kind of a warm, cozy, tropical floral fragrance with coconut, frangipani, vanilla, and watermelon. So it'll definitely transport you to an island setting, and you can fall asleep thinking that you're in this island, sitting at the beach, sipping on some cocktails, relaxing, chilling, soothing away the day with a breezy, sunny locale. Anyway, this is ACQUA COLONIA Intense Sunny Seaside of Zanzibar. It's a great bed scent, but more on the tropical, beachy side. Perfect coziness and perfect wear to bed. Moving on to the House of Reminiscence. This is DRAGEE, this one right here. So DRAGEE is a fragrance that's reminiscent of something like Love Don't Be Shy, so it's sweet. But in this case, we also have some almondy touches as well. 100 ml for $43 currently. All the fragrances in today's list are under $50. Again, inexpensive budget fragrances. Some more budget than others, and you'll decide which one you want to go after. I have links to all the fragrances in the info box as much as I can find. But this fragrance, DRAGEE, features notes of almonds, almond blossom, orange blossom, vanilla, musk, cardamom, mandarin orange, petitgrain, and plums. Again, if you like the idea of Love Don't Be Shy, you're familiar with that kind of orange blossom neroli take on sweet vanillic marshmallowy fragrances, then you'll probably be familiar with this one. But then again, you've got the idea of loads of almonds, so they've kind of twisted it a little bit, added a bit of a nutty edge to the fragrance with the addition of not only the almonds, but also the almond blossom. So it's very cozy and comforting. On the sweet side, this might have to be spritzed, not liberally, a bit, conservatively, because if you're sensitive to very sweet fragrances, it might kind of get in the way of you falling into a deep sleep. But maybe you'll fall asleep thinking that you're in a candy shop, looking at all the nutty candies, sweet nutty candies and things like that. So Reminiscence DRAGEE, wonderful offering. That was actually kind of disappeared for a while, but now it's back at FragranceNet. And again, 100 ml for $43. Next up, I recommend this one all the time for cheap, budget, inexpensive fragrances. It's actually 50 ml for around $10, $15. This is REHAB's CHOCO Musk. Very cozy, very comforting, very vanillic with a chocolatey edge, but also has that musk. So it's a chocolatey vanillic musk fragrance with vanilla, dark chocolate, white musk, cinnamon, spicy notes, sandalwood, amber, myrrh, and rose. It settles smoothly on skin. It's perfectly cozy. It just relaxes you and soothes you. Imagine sipping on a really creamy chocolate milk kind of a thing, because I get that kind of a consistency here with the milkiness of the notes. They're very smooth and syrupy, and imagine just spritzing that on and just melting into your bed and sleeping with a really inexpensive bed scent that's actually quite gorgeous, and it smells kind of expensive. And for 50 ml, around 10 to 15 bucks, I think it's totally worth it, and you won't worry about wasting your fragrances when you're going to bed. So I was looking for musks that I consider cozy and gourmands that I consider cozy. And I was also looking for some lavenders because I find lavender to be a really great bed scent. I couldn't find any lavender fragrances here, so I left off lavender. There used to be a few here and there, but they're no longer inexpensive. So if you have any inexpensive lavender fragrance suggestions, do let me know what they are. But I want them to be like authentic lavender, not like a really complex fragrance that has all kinds of other notes with lavender. So if you have any ideas, do let me know. I've used to feature Caron Parnum de Caron, and that it has no longer available at the discounted prices. Even Molinard's Lavande has gone up in prices. So I'm looking for fragrances like that. But moving on to number 4, it's an unranked list, by the way. It's ALYSSA Ashley's Musk. It's a unisex fragrance, 100 ml for about 20 bucks, so very, very inexpensive. So it's a bit of on the sweet side, and also a bit kind of a realistic musk take, but definitely synthetic here. We're not talking about the real deer musk in this fragrance. There's some light sweet gourmand twists to the fragrance as well, with musk, tonka, iris, ylang-ylang, jasmine, bergamot, and oakmoss. This I think is perfect bed scent. It's not overly complex. It doesn't wear complex. It's a bit more closer to the skin as well. And these are the kind of fragrances I like to wear when I'm going to bed, that are not overwhelming, really strong, heavy projection and things like that. Just enough to kind of just soothe you and into a deep sleep kind of a thing. And this is a very comforting, powdery fragrance. There are some light lactonic touches here, but more on the powdery, milky side. But really a wonderful offering here, one that's been around for years. And in fact, this collection is so popular in the budget world of fragrances. They have all kinds of other, you know, things that you can wear this fragrance with, like lotions and soaps and things like that as well. So this is ALYSSA Ashley's Musk. Let me know if you have checked that fragrance out. But moving on to the house of LALIQUE. This is Le Parfum, this one right here. Recently featured a video of LALIQUE men's fragrances. Maybe I'll do a video on the feminine fragrances. But again, no rules, wear what you want when you want. This is LALIQUE's Le Parfum. It's a vanilla fragrance with a light green twist running throughout it. 100 ml for 30 bucks currently, so very inexpensive. It features notes of vanilla, tonka, sandalwood, heliotrope, West Indian bay, almonds, jasmine, and pink pepper. It's mostly a gourmand, very smooth, very kind of creamy as well with that sandalwood, but there's some almondy touches in there. Of course, the heliotrope providing light almondy essence with the powdery effect, and jasmine, some floral touches and spices, and that West Indian bay gives you that kind of spicy greenness that runs throughout the fragrance. But it's mostly a gourmand here with that kind of green spicy herbal twist. Anyway, Le Parfum from LALIQUE. Let me know if you're a fan of that one. That is a fragrance created by Dominique Ropion. Moving on to the house of SOLINOTES. This is Cotton Blossom, this one right here. Really a cozy fragrance, very minimalistic as well. It's 50 ml for about 22 bucks. And basically it's notes of musk, rice, jasmine, bergamot, rose, and vanilla. You definitely experience the powdery cotton-like quality here. This does also remind me a bit of the musk fragrance from Juliette Has a Gun. It's simplistic. It's a great fragrance to use on its own, minimalistically, and a perfect cozy bed scent. You know, makes you fall asleep with its coziness. But also this can be used to boost up other fragrances. Perhaps you want to add it to like a vanilla fragrance that needs some boosting up. You can give it a bit of a, you know, clean, musky, powdery effect to it, or even take the fragrances of this collection and creating unique things with the fragrances. Like I would blend this one with their musk or their vanilla or tonka or even almond note, and it would create a really great effect. But a really wonderful offering. Budget fragrances, Cotton Blossom from the house of SOLINOTES. Let me know if you're a fan of that one. But moving on to the house of Finery, it's I'm a Musk, this one right here. This one is very minimalistic. It's a very fluffy, you know, airy, ethereal fragrance, 50 ml for 30 bucks. So fairly inexpensive and budget worthy. You can find this also on sale sometimes for, it goes down to around 25 bucks. So at that time, it'll be, you know, maybe even 22, because I bought the bottle for around $22. So it's even, when you multiply it by 2 or times 2, it'll be 100 ml for about 45, 50 bucks. But fluffy musk, cotton blossom, creamy sandalwood. Yes, it's very creamy. Again, very airy, floaty, ethereal, but it has that fluffy effect here. The musk, the cotton, and then of course the creamy sandalwood to give you a bit of a milkiness here. But I like this fragrance. Once again, you can use this to wear on its own very simplistically. It works great as a bed scent. It's cozy, it's comforting, relaxes you, and puts you in a cloud when you're floating around in a cloud when you're sleeping in a deep sleep. Or you can use it to, you know, boost up other fragrances, to enhance fragrances and things like that. I think it's perfect for that. It's one of my favorites from the Finery fragrances collection. Absolutely love it. It's I'm a Musk from Finery. Let me know if you're a fan of that one. But this next one's from the house of PIVER. It's an old classic French house, and the fragrance is Heliotrope Blanc, this one right here. This one also, I should say, the brand is redoing, so they should be coming out with new fragrances, but this still is in their collection, and I actually really like this. It's very cozy. Currently on the market, it's about 100 ml for 13 bucks, so it's very inexpensive. And Heliotrope is this purple flower that smells like almonds. It's a light almondy effect with a powdery twist. Heliotrope creates a powdery effect in fragrances. In fact, you'll find it in a lot of fragrances that have almonds in it. They add it to boost up the almonds, which is kind of great. I really enjoy Heliotrope in fragrances, but it's Heliotrope, almonds, vanilla, Ylang-Ylang, and jasmine. Once again, very simplistic, easy to wear. It's a nice, pleasant, kind of a sweet, powdery, almondy fragrance, and I think it's perfect as a cozy bed scent. And once again, it won't break the bank. It's only 13 bucks for 100 ml. Very inexpensive. Heliotrope Blanc from the house of PIVER, a classic French house. This next one's from the house of L'Herbolario. It's Argan Oil. Even though it's called Argan Oil and it's used in a lot of shampoos and things like that, they have a fragrance created around this collection of items from L'Herbolario. And this is a delicious, really delicious nutty gourmand. 50 ml for around 40 bucks. I think it's a great fragrance. It smells super fantastic, especially if you like hazelnuts in fragrances. This is a hazelnut bomb, even though it's called Argan Oil. Hazelnuts, vanilla, amber, musk, jasmine, lily of the valley, lemons, bergamot. To me, it smells like a cookie. Really fresh baked cookies with a nutty, hazelnutty edge. So delicious. I can't believe how good it is. I bought this at the L'Herbolario boutique in Florence last year, and I was done shopping. And then I finally encountered the collection of Argan Oil products there. And I smelled it. I said, why didn't you recommend this one? Because the woman and I were talking, chit-chatting, and she was suggesting various fragrances, and she completely forgot this. But wonderful, wonderful offering. This is Argan Oil from L'Herbolario. Remember, it's called Argan Oil, but it's a perfume, it's a fragrance, and it's a nutty fragrance. So just want to make sure you understand that. Next, going to the house of ZARA. It's Supreme Vanilla. One of my favorites in the vanilla collection. 100 ml for $35.90. Again, it won't break the bank. It's a quality ZARA fragrance featuring notes of Madagascar vanilla, pink sugar, tonka bean, cedarwood, and Inca cord. For me, this is a spicy take on vanilla, so it might not be the coziest, but again, I love vanilla, and I think vanilla is the coziest, one of the coziest notes out there. It's really super relaxing. Puts me in a place of mom's house, baking, using vanilla and cooking. That is a very comforting and soothing thing for me. And I do wear vanilla quite a bit. Vanilla, musk, lavender are three notes that I wear to bed. And for me, this really does make a great bed scent for me. It's a really, really relaxing and cozy fragrance with all that vanilla overdose. So it's a really delicious offering. One of my favorites in the vanilla collection of fragrances. It's Zara's Supreme Vanilla. Let me know if you're a fan of that one. I also consider tea as a cozy note, but I didn't feature a lot of tea fragrances here because I didn't have a collection of budget tea fragrances, but I do have this one, this classic from the mid-90s, created by Francis Kurkdjian. It's Elizabeth Arden's Green Tea. And even though this is a woman's feminine targeted release, men can totally wear it. And also, it's so minimalistic right now, it's kind of watered down. I think it makes for a great fragrance to enhance other fragrances. So it's 100 ml for 15 bucks. Totally cheap. It's green tea, jasmine, oakmoss, and musk. And for me, it's very simplistic, light, fresh, and also very cozy to go to bed with. This is a bit more fresh versus some of the other fragrances here. And again, it'll make a great scent to combine with others if it needs enhancing, especially fragrances that feature green tea, because there's green tea here, there's jasmine. You can add it to a jasmine fragrance. You can add it to musks. You can add it to citruses. It'll boost up things and make them a bit more complex, even though I feel like the fragrance, I think, was very complex when it first launched, but I think now that it's been gone through the reformulations throughout the years, it's very light. And again, very cozy, really wonderful offering. Green tea from the house of Elizabeth Arden. 15 bucks for 100 ml. a really wonderful offering. And then that, with that fragrance in the summertime, you can also totally wear it really liberally in the heat of the summer. It's got that very cozy, comforting vibe with the green tea note, but it's so fresh that I think you can liberally spray it. Next, moving on to the house of Le Monde Gourmand, it's Miel Bébé, this one right here. So this one's super delicious, by the way, and also I should say layering these two together works really well. Miel Bébé from Le Monde Gourmand, Supreme Vanilla from ZARA. Oh my god, the combination is so super delicious and intoxicating. I highly recommend it. I accidentally got them combined together here on Skin before this video, and I really fell in love with that layering combo. It smells super fantastic. So the Le Monde Gourmand fragrances are 30 ml for 25 bucks. Juicy Mandarin, Honey Blossom, Sandalwood, and Praline. So it's kind of a honeyed gourmand with floral touches and citruses. Man, it's really wonderful. I think the fragrances of this house are really quality for the budget price. They're eau de parfum concentration. They're not necessarily the longest lasting. They do create really great gourmands, and I find a lot of their fragrances to be really cozy and comforting. And so this one, to me, it's honey, the honey blossom, it's the citrus, the mandarin orange. That sandalwood is very creamy, and that kind of praline chocolatey candy sweetness all combined together creates a wonderful gourmand. So Le Monde Gourmand Miel Bébé, wonderful offering. If you have Miel Bébé and you have Supreme Vanilla and you want to boost up the vanillic qualities of the Le Monde Gourmand Miel Bébé, I think the two together work wonderfully. Try it out. And the last fragrance I'm going to recommend for you today, another really inexpensive fragrance from the house of Tesori de Orient. It's Muschio Bianco, this one right here. You can find this online for around 10 to 20 bucks for 100 ml. This is a great clean scent. It's a white musk. It's called Muschio Bianco, but the notes say musk, freesia, aldehydes, and rose. Aldehydes is fizzy, sparkling, airy, gives a lift to the fragrances. Lots of musk in here. It's a clean white musk and fresh with freesia and roses. It's a wonderful offering. It just wears great, and it really has that cozy factor that I want from fragrances for a bed scent. And it's kind of simplistic once again, but not necessarily over simplistic. There's some complexity to the fragrance. You'll notice all the things happening, but that freesia, the musk together provides a very clean laundry-like effect, and then of course some floral touches in there as well to make the fragrance a bit complex. Really wonderful offering. Very inexpensive in Italy, those of you that live in Italy. This is around $7 at the drugstores, but I like a white musk fragrance, and I like it to be inexpensive, and this is a perfect one if you can find it online. Again, as I said, it's around 10 to 20 bucks online. Anyway, that's the list for you guys. Really great fragrances that are great bed scents to wear at night and puts you to sleep and soothes you. Let me know if you have a collection of favorite bed scents. Do put a comment down below so I can find out. And also let me know if you know these fragrances. Have you tried them? And again, these are kind of on the simplistic side. You can layer some of these together, and I find great combinations, especially these two together worked so well. This is Miel Bébé and Supreme Vanilla from the houses of Le Monde Gourmand and ZARA. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.